to speak more about the ANC's National Working Committee's visit to KZN and the party's Gauteng two-day Lekgotla in Johannesburg, we're now joined by Professor Ntsikelelo Breakfast. Prof, thank you so much for your time. So given that the ANC is now the third biggest party after the MK and the IFP in KZN, after having lost, of course, its majority, as we've heard, in the province, receiving just over 17% of the vote, how important is this NWC meeting in the province, especially around speculation that the Provincial Executive Committee would be disbanded, something, of course, that is being echoed in Gauteng, something that Fikile Mbalula has rubbished. But your sense, and what do you make of this, NWC meeting and visit, and also hearing, President Ramaphosa saying that the ANC is going to be rebuilding itself?
Unati, the strength of the ANC has always lie in the coastal, namely the Eastern Cape and also KZN. But I think KZN has had an upper hand because of its large membership of the ANC. Now, at some point, we saw the ANC having an upward electoral trajectory in KZN, in particular during the time of Msholozi. Not to bore you with a lot of historical stuff, but you know that when Msholozi was deployed, the ANC was not in power in KZN. But soon as he came into the picture, we saw the ANC doing well in KZN, having growth, and also coming into power in 2004 under Sbu and Ndebele, and also taking over again. But of late, because of the Zuma factor, the ANC has had a slippery slope. So I think the ANC has realized that some of us, when we were following the elections, when the results were coming through bit by bit, we knew by looking at the performance of the ANC that the ANC was not going to do well because of the poor performance in the KZN, that it will do badly on a large scale nationally. So I think it's important for them to do a major shake-up in KZN if they want to bounce back to power. What do we make of what's been said of the KwaZulu-Natal leadership itself? There were a number of criticism and allegations of, leveled at the leadership itself. In fact, even as far as how it's handling relationships with key stakeholders for the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal. Yes, some people say that the problems of KZN, they lie with the leadership in the main. In particular, their failure to extend an olive branch to former President Zuma. Some people are accusing them of having escalated the political cleavages between the leadership of the ANC in KZN and former President Zuma. There were talks that, the headquarters of the ANC will close the offices of the ANC in KZN because of lack of coordination of branches.
When we turn our focus in terms of what's happening in Gauteng, we know that the ANC's PEC here held its Lekgotla outcomes briefing, a few moments ago, interestingly saying that the ANC can reclaim the hearts and the minds of the voters again. What informs this, especially given the fact that we are yet to see the party prioritizing its renewal policies as an example, and of course seeing that despite concerns, the ANC in Gauteng has not formed a government of provincial unity?
Again, Unati, when the ANC lost power, it was affected in the main at local government level, in particular during the 2016 elections in urban centers. So I think that was a wake-up call. Now, the interesting phenomenon about Gauteng is that it has a large middle class. So people don't vote in relation to party loyalty, but they vote in relation to public policy issues. There is an acknowledgement from the ANC that if they improve service delivery, they will be able to improve their electoral performance because of the relationship between the two. But there is also another phenomenon that they are acknowledging, which is the shift in terms of voter patterns, because now you see a lot of young people who are eligible to vote. I mean, Panyaza Lesufi, when he was making a speech yesterday, he acknowledged that even the anti-poverty strategies that he rolled out were not enough in terms of helping the ANC to garner votes. I mean, we saw the ANC bringing into the picture heavyweights like former President Beki, Tokyo Sekwale, and even people like Dr. Kumalo, but that did not help the ANC to turn the tide in terms of improving their electoral performance. So I think they are sensing a danger that if they don't improve the process of giving services to the people, the ANC might do worse than it has done in the upcoming local government elections.
I mean, one can imagine just outside of its dismal performance, the ANC is still faced with the prospect that, political landscape has changed significantly even after the elections. The recent shake-up, for one, in the EFF has many questioning just the significance of this shift to the broader political landscape, given that the MK, that there is that MK question.
Yes, the recent developments have been quite interesting in the body politic of this country. It has consolidated Umkhonto weSizwe Party and also weakened the EFF. But it's still everyone's guess whether they will recover from this blow going forward. But I think for the ANC, maybe it gives them time to reflect on their wrongs and try to make right of where they've fallen short.